Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you are following us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Give us a 5-star rating. It massively helps us out. Enjoy.
West Ham.
Oh, yeah.
On Mendy. Well, or not on Mendy, should we say. If you're a West Ham fan, how are you feeling?
Devastated. But first of all, let's talk about Mendy. How much longer can he start? Like, he shouldn't be starting by now.
I've always thought he's awful.
Yeah, he's not great.
He won the AFCON, man.
Yeah,
League, man.
he's decorated.
Yeah, but he's signed some sort of like contract.
Is it the
like
Chelsea
the
curse
devil
of the
contract or
Yeah,
something?
he's done the reverse Yaya Toure.
Yeah, he's done something.
Stuff,
just for this small period of time, he's going to be the most successful keeper, win the Champions League, win the AFCON, and then like he took the deal. he took the deal, and he got like he's not been good since.
I still rate him as a shot stopper. I think he's a great goalkeeper.
Willie Caballero back in goal.
But just so
Have they got rid of Kepa?
scared.
No, he's there on the bench.
Is he on the bench, Kepa?
It's like it's part of the coaching staff more or less now.
You know what?
Do you think Chelsea have a curse not only at number 9 but also in goal now? Ever since Czech left.
Since Czech, I'm trying to think.
Oh, well, Courtois
to be
was...
fair.
Courtois was actually pretty good, to be fair.
But when he went, he was even better, right? When he left.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, the West Ham thing, the Cornet goal, such a good goal.
It's an embarrassment to football, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's genuinely so shocking.
I want to know what you guys think. We're going to obviously talk about the other ones. I want to know what you guys think was the worst decision of the weekend.
McAllister. He's been robbed of the goal of the season.
Yeah. I wouldn't say goal of the season, but one of the goals of the season.
What's
it would have been in there. It would have been in discussion.
Probably a tapping from Haaland or something like that.
As the goal of the season.
I don't know. Wait, go on the Chelsea one.
Yes.
So this is the one where the referee actually got it right. He didn't call a foul, did he? He let go. And he was an inexperienced ref. He's only played he's only refereed 7 games in the Premier League. Mm-hmm. But I think it was John Moss in his ear on VAR that day.
Lee Mason.
Was it Lee Mason?
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
Lee Mason. One of the two, whatever, whoever it was.
Both
It was an experienced
referees,
referee in the VAR room at Stockley Park, 14 miles, 1,000 miles away.
In the back of a van somewhere, yeah.
So it's in some caravan park. But the problem is that the referee got it right. VAR shouldn't have intervened. There was nothing wrong with that goal. But because he's an inexperienced ref, he's had an experienced ref in his ear going, mate, you need to have a look at that. You could be wrong here.
Yeah.
And that instantly will put doubt in his mind and he'll feel inferior to the experienced ref who thinks he knows what he's talking about.
To be fair, you're right. Like, I don't know. It's one of them ones that's like, did he go and have a look at the screen?
He went to the
Took ages.
That's the thing. I don't think we've seen once in the Premier League when the referee gets told to look at the screen and then they still stick to their decision.
What happened once?
They always
happened
change
once a
it.
couple weeks
When did it
ago.
happen?
No. It happened for the second time this weekend.
Yeah, it barely happens, doesn't it?
Notts Forest,
rare.
the Notts Forest
it
penalty.
stood.
He went over to the screen and then went, no, it's still a pen.
Yeah, it stood, but we don't see it much.
No,
that's
it
what I was trying to say. We don't see it. Like when I see a ref get told to go to the screen, I know they're going to change their mind.
Yeah.
I just know it.
Yeah.
It's weird, and I feel like in the Premier League, it's like I don't think no one really knows how VAR works, including the referees. And they have so many meetings clearly before the season starts, all that stuff. This is how it's going to work, but it just depends on person to person.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird, and I get that it has to be in the game. It has to be in the game, but it's been how many years now, and it's still very flawed. It's so weird. And this weekend, obviously, it's been like just highlighted.
Then obviously McAllister and Brighton. What did they even call a foul for? Was it
No, it was offside.
Offside.
But it wasn't, was it?
No, it wasn't offside.
No.
So the ball's been swung in from the free kick.
So I thought they'd called it for the bicycle kick.
No, they called it for offside from the person going for the bicycle kick because he technically was involved in play even though he didn't touch the ball.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I and the fact that he was offside is ridiculous anyway. He's offside by minimal, like just let the goal stand.
Yeah.
And he's not touched the ball, gone for the bicycle kick. Apparently that's intervened, which it didn't anyway. The headed clearance happened, and then McAllister scored from like 30 yards.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here because I agree it should have counted. But when a shot from the edge of the box is going in and imagine there's a guy standing in front of the keeper who's offside, that's interfering with play but he hasn't touched the ball.
Yeah.
But I suppose he's blocking the line of sight.
Yeah.
Is that similar?
But this wasn't blocking the line of sight.
Yeah,
This is like crowded. It was a crowded area.
With the goalkeeper, I would agree it's different because it's his job to save the shot. But whether or not the bicycle kick gets kicked or touched, right? The defenders managed to clear the ball anyway. Like his job is done regardless. So I don't understand how it's been brought back for an offside of a person that wasn't actually involved.
So that's 2 goals that should have stood.
Worldy as well.
It was so good.
And I was going to put him in my team last week as well, but didn't because he's a penalty merchant as well.
Yeah.
Newcastle against Palace, disallowed goal again.
Just wasn't a disallowed goal, was it? Really?
Explain it.
So, Tyrick Mitchell has pushed Joe Willock into Guaita, and the ball's gone over both Joe Willock, Guaita, and then hit Tyrick Mitchell and gone in for an own goal. Yeah. But the speed at which Joe Willock's hit Guaita, it looks like it's a foul on Guaita, when in reality he's been pushed out of control. He's the one being fouled. Absolutely. Yeah. So,
Tyrick Mitchell's in his back.
What I was discussing with Lewis as well is if that ball comes off Tyrick Mitchell and goes out for a corner, it's a penalty. But because it's gone in, it's been pulled back for a foul, which makes absolutely no sense. It's like juxtaposition. I don't get it.
It just doesn't make sense. Like,
and on that one, did the ref call a foul, or did he go over to the monitor?
Monitor, right?
I'm pretty sure. They checked it just straight after because it looked dodgy, didn't it, with him clashing to the keeper?
And they still disallowed
it. That gets given as a penalty if the ball goes out of play. Yeah, the fact that went in the goal, it got given as a foul the other way. It makes no sense. But there was another one as well, right? This weekend.
There was
the foul on
Coutinho scored one
and Coutinho.
Coutinho against
but
Man
I think it wasn't offside, so they've got that wrong.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say what happens.
But that one,
next.
the ref blew the whistle.
But I thought the whole point of VAR is the ref doesn't blow the whistle.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
For example, how many offsides have you seen when a guy's offside by about 1,000 miles
they still let
and they let it play and there's a risk of injury? Why is there... The refs had a stink. I think the refs had an actually stinker there by blowing the whistle. But the thing of that one, yes, he's not offside. Ref blowing the whistle shouldn't have happened. But... Edison didn't go for the save.
Yeah, everyone stopped.
Everyone stopped.
John Stones kind of stopped.
It's still, you can't take the finish. You don't know what happened. That can still go in. He can hit that even better.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So the refs had a rotter there. And then you've got the foul on Eriksson and Ødegaard, which completely changed the game.
What do you think about that?
It's just so annoying.
What game was this from?
Oh, the game that didn't happen.
I
don't know who was actually playing, to be honest. Look, it is a soft foul. As we've heard a lot of people talk about.
But you just said it's foul. You said the word foul.
It is a foul, but you also see them not being given. So it's a 50-50. Some get given, some
the ref in live action didn't deem it worthy enough to be...
And then VAR have said, go have a look at it,
That's not clear and obvious. That's not clear. If a referee in that moment can't decide whether or not that's a free kick, that's not a clear and obvious error.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that from an Arsenal fan perspective. I'm saying that because, remember that Havertz one that we saw in the Chelsea game, and then Spurs went at the other end and scored.
And they gave the goal. The goal stood.
The goal stood. It's the same thing. When in reality,
but Man United,
just been stiffed.
It's Man United, though, isn't it? Like,
it's true.
Stockley Park own VAR.
Yeah.
I mean, United own Stockley Park. Sorry.
Yeah.
But it's true. Like if we didn't score from that, they're not going to pull it back for a free kick.
I agree.
Yeah. No, they're not.
So that's the only thing I was thinking. Okay, it's a bit strange because it's like I've seen them like the Havertz one. The goal stood, and if that goal stood. Who knows what would happen in that game?
I agree. It's completely different, right?
Because we're already on top.
They were told at the start, apparently, VAR needs to stay away and only get involved when absolute necessary.
Yes.
And if it's clear and obvious. And over the weekend, I don't think we've seen them following that practice.
The PGMOL, though, have said that the decisions
what does that even stand for? Do you know what it stands for?
Some refereeing association.
Poorly...
Go on, you started now.
Yeah.
Poorly...
He's got to think of a word beginning with G.
Poorly great man of long lead. I don't know.
That's now a meme. Well, they've come out and said that Chelsea and Newcastle's decisions were just wrong outright.
How?
And they were the most controversial ones of the weekend.
But my point is, but how?
It's really good to say that in hindsight, but those games have been affected. Newcastle should come away with 3 points. West Ham should come away with a point.
Yep.
That changes an entire season.
That could be the difference between Champions League, Europa League,
absolutely,
Europe or no Europe. Like, that could be the difference between relegation.
Yeah,
it
actually can.
Liverpool lost the league by 1 point.
Yeah.
That is that. It's an absolute. It's an absolute disgrace to the sport. Here's a question for you. Are we missing out on great moments because of VAR? Throughout history, there's been a lot of great things that have happened that maybe should have been cancelled.
Drogba's got 40 offside goals.
How many goals wouldn't stand? How much things would be different?
If you're Irish, you'd look at the Thierry Henry ball against France and be like, VAR would have saved us there. We could be going to the World Cup.
I think if it's implemented well, it's a really great idea. But the problem is, like we've discussed before, it's the humans that are the ones inputting.
Exactly. So it's not really
on the other side.
How do you fix it? So I've got a way.
Go on.
You got away.
Aliens.
I think why don't you just get 3 vetted officials in the VAR, and they have to vote on the decision. And that way, you can't have a.
You do realise that's a lot of people for one game of Premier League football every time, though.
Yeah, but
the Premier League earn enough money, mate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You have a lot of money in footy.
What about ex-players?
Yes.
But do you think they'll have a bias as well?
But you'd have to get players who are non-biased to the teams, and that is. I definitely agree that is the thing.
Don't they do that with refs anyways? Like
yeah, but I think having a group of 3 vetted officials in there means that look, if someone's gone to Lee Mason or whoever it is, and mate, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Mm-hmm. He'll vote differently, and with the 3, at least that way, you have more of a chance of getting it right, and you can't have a draw. Do you know what I mean? If there's 2 of them, they could Whereas if there's a 3rd person, it creates a different.
But isn't there? I know there's like the one that makes the decision, but isn't there like multiple people in that room anyways? There's just one man in the van.
Yeah, but I think they're actually just checking for things.
They're just like running the cameras and stuff and doing the replays.
I think so. I don't really know how it works. How would you change VAR?
Yeah,
how would you fix it?
I don't know.
Come on, they're listening.
I would allow all the officials that are in each stadium to have a look at the monitor and then come to an agreement.
That's long though.
Well,
you said 3 was too much.
No, but
no. The people that are like, so you get
in the stadium.
Yeah, so you get the 4th official.
So the guy that does the substitution thing.
Yeah, because usually that's a referee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably. I mean, all you got to do is be like, "Do you agree?"
What do you think, mate?
Monitor.
Yeah,
they should have that. Yeah.
So they all just crowd around the monitor.
And then you get looking after the managers that are going at each other on the sidelines.
I don't know. Right? Or there was another suggestion that was each manager gets 1 review per game.
Yeah.
But that'd be even longer.
That kind of brings like basketball and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because you know how you get like a challenge
exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah.
So maybe like one per game, you can challenge a decision.
Yeah.
And then that's the only time the VAR comes in.
Yeah.
That could be good.
What about?
What do you reckon?
I like that one, that could be good. I think maybe you should have people who know nothing about football, because then they have no bias towards it, They're like, that's just like a foul. Like they don't know football, they don't know what a foul is. They're like,
you
clearly
the ref blows the whistle and goes, we're getting Sally.
We're
getting Sally from IT. She walks out the tunnel, brings her to the monitor. She's in the middle of Old Trafford. She's absolutely shaking like a leaf.
And it's like a jury service. Like, you get a letter through the post. You're doing this game this weekend.
She walks over and she goes,
I think that's a foul.
Yeah.
You know what?
She walks back through the tunnel. The crowd goes, yes.
VAR service ain't a bad idea.
Yeah.
And then next week, people are rocking up with banners saying, thank you, Sally.
Yeah.
She's
what about?
And that's like 100,000 Twitter followers. So, it's amazing.
Every week.
What about every fan in the stadium gets given an iPad?
Oh, yeah.
And you have to vote, is that a foul or not? It's like...
Sorry, we were talking about free VAR being too many resources, and you're giving 50,000 people an iPad.
Who wants to be a millionaire? Ask the audience.
But one set of fans will say
each
goal.
manager gets 3 lifelines. You've got ask the audience. You've got ask the audience. You've got VAR check.
Yeah.
And you've got replay.
There you go.
Replay the game.
Nah, fuck this all to start
Hang on. What about the 3-year-olds that go over there with their parents to the game and then just present in the entire game? There's 50,000 people in the stadium, but we have 150,000 votes from Rose.
I also realised you can only vote once.
Yeah,
I also realised that probably wouldn't work because the balance between home and away fans.
Oh, that's why it would have worked. Yeah, great. Not that. It's like 50,000 people all voting on one thing. I think we'll have some decent solutions. I think they can decide.
Yeah, leave your comments down below. How would you fix VAR? Because we all know that the Premier League do watch Pitch Side and they will listen to our fixes.
Who comes up with it? Who has the final say on VAR amendments?
Knows, honestly.
Is it the referee and organisations?
Howard Webb in charge. He's all right, isn't he? He's a good
all
ref.
retired referees back in the game.
He let De Jong stay on the pitch in the World Cup final after that.
Every ref's had a stinker every now and again.
Exactly.
Just get Kalina.
It all balances out in the end, man. Like,
not if you're Arsenal though. We don't get anything going with us. Do you remember when fucking David Luiz got sent off for not touching the Chelsea player?
Yeah, we've had bad ones.
VAR, have a look at that.
We've had wrong people sent off.
Oh yeah, we have.
we had Kieran Gibbs get sent off with Oxlade Chamberlain, or the other way around, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There's the problem.
Who was it? Do you prefer football before or after VAR?
Like for nostalgia, because before you think of there's all these big moments and stuff like that.
Think how many times you got robbed.
Yeah, that's the thing. But then think of all the times, like, I don't think, obviously I've not watched every single game. If we look back at like the Invincibles, we probably might not have been invincible if there was VAR. Like, so it's like, you know, so it's like you got to let a lot of things slide. Lampard's goal would have stood in the World Cup.
That's the one thing that I think.
That's how everyone thinks of straight away. That's not even VAR. That's not even VAR. That's goal line technology.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Yeah, that's bad.
I don't think I've ever been more angry in my life at that instant. That is a disgrace to the sport.
Yeah, but that was goal line technology. Like that came in before VAR.
I tell you what I did like before VAR: celebrations.
Can't celebrate anymore.
Raul Jimenez has pulled out a pirate celebration with the full costume and it's been ruled out. Richarlison, Richarlison at the weekend took his top off, celebrated with the fans, got a yellow card, and then ruled the goal.
Did they rescind the yellow card?
No,
you got took your shirt off. Indecency.
He took his shirt off.
But the goal didn't even stand.
He's got a yellow card for nothing.
I thought they would have rescinded the yellow card.
No.
This game's bullshit.
This is what I mean. Imagine as a fan going, yes, a pure elation, and then.
No, it's the worst. It's the worst. That's true. That's the worst part of VAR. Celebrations is the worst.
Do you think officiating levels have gone down because they know they can rely on VAR or not?
Can they even rely on VAR? Because even with VAR, like it's still wrong and they still get stick.
Yeah. I don't even know if that's necessarily true because whenever we watch European competitions,
they got the semi-automated VAR in Champions League now.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Semi-automated.
But even in the Euros, for example. That had VAR, right?
And it was fine.
And the refs were amazing.
VAR seems to work everywhere in the world.
Yeah, it is the
Prem.
Prem.
Got delusional twit running it from that stupid caravan park.
What would you? So you just change the caravan park to like a?
I would change the caravan park.
No, I think
5-star resort.
I think you need the one-day experience in the VAR room, and then you come out saying, "Oh my god, this is tough."
I swear to God,
I tell you what,
I would have got everyone in this room would have got every single one of them VAR moments this weekend correct.
Yeah, I don't think it's hard to just look at it and be like. But to be fair, it's what also I don't like is the offside lines. Like what?
No, they're thicker
that's
now.
what. Yeah, it's weird. Like that's the only thing. Like, with a foul or no foul, I can look at the video and be like, that's a foul. That's not a foul.
You know the problem is
offside. I don't understand.
Well, that's what Champions League have now.
They adjust the lines based on the camera angle.
So the Champions League is now semi-automated, which means offside is now computerized.
Yeah. Video generated image.
Where is your armpit start? I don't know. Where does your armpit? What is an armpit?
My problem with the whole VAR system is that referees usually are failed footballers.
Yeah.
You're harsh, man. You're so harsh, man.
I'm putting it out there. I'm telling the truth. Like they really want to be involved in football, but they were never good enough to be a footballer, right? The people that should be in Stockley Park are people that have played football. Because when you play football, you see different things to how a referee sees it. They see stuff objectively and you go, well, no, it just happens in football, man. Let it slide.
But
like
surely,
the Mendy thing.
But surely as football fans, we can see that as well. But referees are literally living, breathing football. They're within the football 24/7.
Yeah, but theirs is an objective code that you go, whereas we're like, man, that's football. That is football.
Which former players do you think would be good referees?
Gabby Ogbonlahor.
Oh my god, no way.
I'm joking.
That's a good question. Also, another thing is though, but former footballers, they're not fit enough to be. Most of them aren't fit enough to be referees.
No, just VAR.
Seedorf.
Oh, VAR.
Clarence Seedorf in the VAR room.
Yeah. No, I put him on the pitch.
He's not body everyone.
Okay, VAR. You're right. Yeah, you'd have to be. Okay. Yeah, that's a good question.
Roy Keane.
Now he'd let everything slide.
Because Man United already get everything anyway.
Oh, yeah.
We wouldn't bother that.
Roy Keane wouldn't call a foul on Ericsson.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
That's soft.
We would have won that game. We would have won that game that didn't happen. But speaking of United, because VAR, obviously, we don't want to keep.
I've had a really good idea, by the way.
Oh, go on then.
VAR should be changed from in a caravan to in a hotel spa.
That's what I said. 5-star resort.
Yeah, perfect. And then they're just like,
they're just happy.
check the telly and
Wait,
go,
why don't we just get them? Why don't we get the VAR officials drunk?
We don't.
Something better. They would be better.
Yeah.
And also,
3 shots on entry to the caravan.
Finishing off, they're meant to the offside shit. They're meant to be benefiting the attackers, but they're not.
No, they're not.
They're just not. It's just playing wrong. Get them drunk. Speaking of,
I mean, it looked offside.
speaking of Ericsson,